When I go into YouTube, before I sign in, I'll oftentimes hit the home button and just get a look at what's out there. A lot of times it's gossip, junk, that kind of stuff. But sometimes the makeup stuff pops up just so I can see some other things aside from the people that I follow. One of the things I saw the other day was Last Chance Makeup. Now I assume Last Chance Makeup means makeup you never wear and you need to clean things out and you're giving it one last chance. Sometimes it's stuff you've never worn. So I have pulled a couple of things here that I've hardly worn or have never worn, and we're going to give them last chance, just for goof. I'm the Hooded Lid and welcome to my channel. Let's get into Last Chance Makeup. I've already moisturized and sunscreened and done the whole thing. I have here five products, and I'm going to surprise you. This is the Touche Éclat foundation. There's nothing wrong with this foundation. It's quite nice actually. It's slightly dimethicone-y, but not heavy dimethicone. The problem with this, I felt that it looked green on me. So let's take a look. Now, it doesn't look like a bad match right now. Huh. It's scented though. All the expensive brands think it's cute to put perfume in their products. The spreadability is lovely. Oh my goodness. This is nice. What? I thought this is green. This is B40, which is supposed to be light, medium, neutral. And I'm like, why is this not neutral? But you know what? I think the last time I wore this is when I was doing makeup in the bathroom upstairs. And I have to admit, it's not the best light. The wall color, the light bulbs, and the natural light, none of them really lend themselves to getting a good idea of what colors are looking like. Wow, that goes on beautifully, and I don't mind the color at all. I mean, of course I have redness. Now, well, we'll see how it looks, and let's move on. Okay, when you go to the websites of brands directly, you will find things that are on sale. And I got this for a really good price, so I thought, why not? Boom. I can see my fingerprint in this and this and this. These have not been touched. I think I bought it, I swatched it, I'm like, nah, I don't know. And then I kind of tucked it away somewhere and really haven't looked at it since. It wasn't until last night that I was looking to pull things for this video that I found this. And I thought it was a perfect thing to look at. So let's do a little, I don't even know what to do with this. Brown could be for lips. Could be for bronzer. Let's just play with this. Okay, so that second color is on my hand. I'm going to pick it up with a duo fiber. And let's just see. So the temple area and the top of the cheekbones, because when I get tan, it's not under the cheekbones. I actually really like Stila's convertible color blushes. I think it's a lovely formula and nobody talks about them anymore. I guess because they've been out for a long time. I don't know, in my mirror here, I think this tone isn't actually too bad, and I love the idea of a cream bronzer. So far, so good. All right, now the foundation's beginning to settle in, and there is something to me that isn't quite right. It's worth trying to figure out to fix it, if it's something where I just put a little liquid blush in there to make it a little more pink, but I'm not sure what the problem is. So these two colors are colors I would look for blush, right? This, I might actually have this. Like, this could be peony. And this is something I never ever do, so I'm inclined to give this a try. This look is very spring, but you know what? I feel like for a lot of people, you are having a hard winter, and sometimes seeing something spring and fresh and delightful when you're freezing is a good thing. And so I'm doing this for all of you. It looks really, here, this looks like, eeks, orange. And on my hand, same thing, but on the face, this isn't scary. It's lovely. It's coming together, you guys. I'm pleased. I wasn't expecting it. All right, let's move on to eyes. The Tarteist Pro. When this came out, I was just getting back into makeup maybe a year and starting to buy palettes. And I had realized I buy palettes and then never use them because I'm a person who loves color. I look at things and say how pretty, but I don't know what to do with it. And I told this to the sales girl at Sephora, so she hooked me up with a makeup artist and she did a look on me. And I'm like, oh yes, okay, I'm buying it. I don't think I have ever used this. Now when I look at it now, I can see how it's set up. All over lid, crease, outer edge, and liner. It's not one of those things where you can go this way and that way and everything else. It is set up, and here's your color. This is the row I'm going to use because I've got a lot of orange on my face. But these other rows, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. They seem, this one and this one seems quite similar. So on a hooded person, this color and this color, this is the row that people will see, right? Because it would be right over here and pretty high. I don't know. But let's try the orange row, and we're going to do it exactly how they've laid it out. This is all over the lid. I will say these smell like a dream, like a chocolate dream. You know, foundations that have scents in them, they can make that smell like chocolate. It would be much more agreeable than these really awful generic florals that everybody insists on doing. Just about zero payoff. This is the brush I use to push back my hood, aka Transition. This is their, oh, wrong row. This is their designated transition. A little bit of a problem with the crepeys. They're smooth, but they require a little bit of work. And this is a little bit higher, so if you're hooded, this is the color that you want to bring out so people know what color you're wearing. Otherwise known as, you know, the deepening. If you have regular eyes, you would use this to deepen on the outer corner. Notice it picks up very well, and there's no fallout. But I do feel that I'm applying my makeup a little bit different than I usually do. There's something a little bit different about these powders. Big blender and just blend everything out. Little circular motions. They really, the colors move quite easily, even though I've already laid this down. It's going further out and further out and further out, which can be good, it can be bad, but it's something that you need to be kind of cognizant of. But it looks like the blend is quite nice. So this darker color that you would use for deepening up or using as a liner, I'm not going to use because of my hoodedness. Generally speaking, 90% of the time, if I use a shadow as a liner, it will transfer right up here. Not a pretty look. I'm going to go in with my finger on this, and let's see what happens. If you're not hooded, you could do this as a spotlight in the center, but I am hooded. It's not incredibly reflective. It is on my finger, but once I put it on the eye, it's not. I imagine if I sprayed it, it would be. So let's move on to lips. This is something I got, it's called Star Woman. This is a nice formula, it's not too drying, but I never wear the color anymore. I was into it for like 2 weeks. So let's see. The wand is quite small, so it's easy to line, and it's a watery texture, very similar to the Huda mattes I did have some of this on. I blotted it off, but we didn't start with completely dry lips, so there's a little bit of shine here, and it may not go away, but I don't mind this color. I don't mind this color. It may not be the color I thought it was. Maybe it's a different color, but the color I had in mind I thought was way, way, way too dark. I don't think this is too dark. Let's go into the one that I'm deeply afraid of. This is the Champagne Pop. I recently did a highlighter video, and this is the one where I was like, this is not a good color for me, and I don't think it's a good color for anybody. I think just we kind of fell for the, oh, Jaclyn Hill. Because I haven't powdered, I have a very nice kind of glass skin thing going on that I'm happy with, but let's put some color on it. It doesn't look bad. It should go without saying that Becca's powder formulas are really, really nice. There is nothing chunky about them to the feel when you touch with your finger and on your face. It's just not a chunky powder. It's not too gold. I don't know. I'm going to have to give this a little time and see what I think. In the meantime, I'm going to do my under eyes. I'm still experimenting with that. I'm going to do my brows and line and lashes, and I'll be right back. Alright, I didn't do lining, I didn't do mascara because I was afraid the eye look would look a little too much, and since I'm wearing a red lip, I kind of want to balance that out. I don't want boom here and boom here. This is called Star Woman. This is the right lipstick that I meant to pick up, which I thought was too dark. It's possible because I had a balm on before I put it on, I don't think it's too dark. I think it's fine. I'm keeping it. This foundation, I'm quite shiny. I feel like I need a teeny bit of powder, but not really at the same time. I'm not sure if that's a function of this foundation or if it's a function of the sunscreen that I have on. I feel that it goes on easily, it blends in easily, but I still feel like there's something a little wrong with the color. And now that I have bronzer and blush and everything on, the only place where I see something is off about it is like right around here, because this isn't a place where I have blush or bronzer. I'm just not sure what it is, so I'm still on the fence about this. And believe me, this is not the first time I pulled this out and said, what's going on? Why am I not pulling for this? And every time I put it back in the shelf because it is really beautiful. And if you have drier skin, this is the way you go. You don't do the all hours. This is Sunset Serenade in convertible color. I don't know if they make it anymore, but you know what? I'm keeping it. This and this alone, great blushes. I use this as a bronzer and I think it's fine. This would be a lip, and I guess this would be a nude lip. So that would be the one that I wouldn't be using, but maybe I put it on my eyes, because you can use these convertible colors on your eyes, on your cheeks, and on your lips. And I'm kind of about that right now. So keeping. The Tarteist Pro, I think I need to use a couple of more rows first, because let's face it, I knew I had to do this row to match with the cheeks, and I knew this row was fine because this is the row they used on me when I decided to buy it. It's the other rows that I need to see. And really, this row is what determines, because that is what you see right here, right? They blend out pretty well. I had a little crepey issue in the beginning, but at the end of the day, I didn't have to work a long time on this. I just kind of had to get my groove going with it. There was no fallout. It smells like a dream. If you like cool colors, this might be one for you, but I need to use this probably 2 more times to decide if I'm going to keep it. So for now, I'm keeping it. So far, I'm keeping everything. This. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I might keep this out and try it a few times, but the truth is gold isn't something that I usually do. Maybe I'll hold it for the summer and see if I get any use in the summer, because that's when we all get a little more color, even if we're wearing sunscreen all the time. But for my skin tone right now, no. I much prefer the Charlotte Tilbury, the more champagne-y things that just look like a sheen on your face like the sheen on my face right here, and it doesn't impart color, where this imparts some gold. So I'll keep it until summer. I'll test it again. If it doesn't move, boom, jettison. And that's it. Let me know what you think. I think, well, you know what I think. I'm going to pull you in so you can see how the foundation's laying on the skin and what's going on. You know, in 10 minutes or so, already the cheeks are kind of shining up again, so that the By Terry's not a hard mattifying powder. But I do see there's something with the color. But reminder, I use this for both my blush and a bronzer, which it's not intended for. And, hi Lucy, this on the lips, which I don't think is too dark. Highlighter, eyeshadow. Thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you had a little fun. I hope I gave you relief from your day, and I hope you come back again. And until we meet again, I am wishing you a great day.